What's good, Grind Schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today, man, we're gonna try something, and I hope that it comes out the way that I imagine that it would. I got a cover all the way up. I'm gonna throw my coveralls on. It's not too hot in here, but you know what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a pretty decently hot day. I'll probably be sweating a lot, even though I'll be working with water. I might actually, you know what? Today will be actually the perfect day because it's about 85 degrees today, and I have to work with the water. So today should be a perfect day because it won't get too cold. I'm gonna have to put my coveralls on, put my mask on, put my goggles on, put something over my head, my hands, because we are sandblasting today. We're gonna see how it goes. I ordered a sandblasting tube or whatever. I'll flip this camera around. I'll show y'all in a second what I'm talking about. I had alluded to this, but I got out here and I started like using the wire wheel with my drill. And I just started thinking like, man, this is going to take forever to do this whole entire car. So I decided to go ahead and order up this sandblasting kit. You use it with the power washer and yeah, it's supposed to basically clean everything up. So we're going to do the best that we can. I've already cleaned it. You guys saw that in the last video. Now I'm going to go ahead and sandblast it. I'm putting my order in for all the stuff that I need for the suspension. I mean, not the suspension, the chassis, and not the undercoating yet, but I'm going to probably coat the underside of the car first before I do the rubberized coating because I want as much protection as possible. Now, it already has pretty good protection, it looks like, under there, but you know what I'm saying? We are going to get up under there and do our thing. So anyways, man, I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera around. I'm going to take the cars out of the garage, move the motor, cover it up, move some stuff out the way, and we're going to get to it. Go ahead, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, man, let's get on this Monte Carlo. All right, y'all. So pretty much what I ordered is this little tube here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm guessing this is like a filter. Or these little pieces here, like filters or something like that. But this attaches to the end of the pressure washer. The sand comes out of there. This goes into the bucket of sand. I already got like 100 pounds of like really fine sand, so it should come out flawlessly. It should work pretty good. And we're just gonna see how it goes, man. We're gonna clean up as much as possible and see how big of a mess we're about to make. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and start hooking everything up, getting everything set up. I took the inner fender wells out of the car, or out of the fenders here. I'm gonna flip these over flat on the driveway or the end of the garage, and I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast those, the inside of them at least, get those all cleaned up, the inside of the other one, and then we should be good, man. We should be good to start laying down the rest of the product so that we can paint the firewall before it gets cold. I did have a paint sample on the way. I don't know if it got lost in transit. It was supposed to be here on Monday. It's now Wednesday, and it still is not here. I was trying to see if I could match this up without having to go and take it to somebody to match it up. Just because I'm just kind of lazy, man. I'd rather order stuff rather than going places to get things done. I just like to have it shipped straight to my door, and I can keep moving, keep working while somebody else is doing the dirty work. You feel me? So anyways, we're going to probably order the paint for the firewall here in a minute too. I think I'll order it right after I finish, or I'm close to finishing the chassis and the undercoating and all that kind of stuff. I'll order the paint for the firewall. We'll smooth it out. We'll paint the firewall. If I could at least get the firewall painted, that will allow me to put the motor in, because the fenders I could put on whether the motor's in or not, doesn't really matter. But the firewall, in order to get great coverage, the motor has to be out. So I want to try to get this done. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say I want to try to get it done. It will be done before it gets cold, and we're just gonna rock like that. And I also did find somebody that, you know what I'm saying, they're selling some doors, but I'm real apprehensive about buying them because there's like a dent right here, like on the back side right here, and it's creased. You know what I'm saying? Not creased, but it looks like the dent is kind of messed up, and like the door is kind of like popped out a little bit, which, you know, you can fix it, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about any of that right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and focus on the bottom of the car, focus on the paint and the firewall so that we can, you know what I'm saying, continue to move throughout the winter and we don't have no issues. But let me go ahead and move these cars out the way, man. And then, yeah, we'll get right up into it. All right, y'all. So we got everything set up. Got Elko and Impala out the garage. We got the fenders all set up, ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and unattach this rubber piece off of there. I might just stay away from that part there. I don't really even need to go that far, but we will probably anyway. We're just gonna see how this goes, man. I don't know, since it's with water, how crazy of a mess it's gonna make. I hope it doesn't make too much of a mess because, like I said, it is with water. And then I guess I could just take out the tube out of the sand and then just spray pure water to kind of clean everything up. But for now, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see how it goes. See if I can get as much cleaned up as possible on the insides of everything, because everything will be painted. And yeah, see how far we could just go, you know. I'm gonna move this gas tank over a little bit. Eventually I will go ahead and sandblast the gas tank, but I gotta get all the fuel out of it and stuff like that. And then obviously this is no longer gonna be usable because that sending unit looks like trash. And then I gotta move these out the way and then we'll be good to go. Oh yeah, I gotta move the motor over because I don't want nothing getting inside the motor. And then we're gonna cover that up too, so we'll be good to go. But let me go ahead and get to that, move all this stuff out the way, and then start setting up the sandblaster. All right, y'all. You can see how much sand just got blown everywhere. That's why I had to take the cars out, because this is a mess, man. But we've been shooting this, shooting these fenders, getting it all nice and cleaned up for the most part. You know what I'm saying? The best that we possibly can. Yeah, let me get this water out. I don't want none of this water just sitting in here. But we're getting it cleaned up the best that we can, man. The sandblasting does actually a pretty decent job. I'll probably go back over it with some water. Some of the rust spots we were able to knock out with the sandblasting too, some of the rust stains. I might hit this area a little bit more, but for the most part, we're cleaned up, ready to get paint on the fenders, man. So I'm gonna blast it with the water, just the water, to clean all this up, get all this out the way, and then we'll go ahead and finish off on this side of the car. Blast all up in there. It's gonna be kind of challenging a little bit, but we're gonna figure it out, man. I cleared some space over here so I can lay down and just get after it. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going, keep blasting. I'm gonna put my coveralls on because I was getting blasted with sand and stuff. So let me go ahead and hit off the other side, the front, and then we'll wrap this all up. The fenders are pretty much ready to spray. I'll go back over it with like some Scotch Brite or whatever, but these are good to go, man. We'll go ahead and knock it out, clean it up to the best of my ability by hand, and then we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and hit the rest of the car off underneath, and then I'll go ahead and spray all this sand out of here and clean everything all up. So let me get to it. All right, y'all, I'm about to put the Elko and the Impala back in. Pretty much got everything that I needed to get cleaned up, pretty much cleaned up. I'll probably do one last pass with this sandblasting. I started figuring it out, obviously, the second day, and you see a whole lot more sand down here now because I was able to kind of figure it out a little bit better. I got all my Eastwood stuff on the way, so we won't have no issues there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to clean all this up so that I could just go ahead once I get the stuff, start prepping everything, cleaning everything up, making it look all nice and pretty underneath there. I don't know if you guys could tell, but you can kind of tell when it's not blasting out sand and when it's kind of, you know, just water or whatever, because it stops cutting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see some of the metal spots. I'm gonna treat all of those. Like I said, I got the Eastwood stuff on the way, so anybody that says, yo, get whatever on this bare metal ASAP, yo, I'm already ahead of you. I just gotta wait for the product to get here so that we can clean everything up. I'll wipe everything down with like I got this prep spray, so I'll go ahead and probably blow this off with some compressed air, blow all the sand out, all the holes, get all the last little bit of water, and then I'll hit it with the prep spray, clean everything up. Dash said that he's gonna come through and help me out with getting some of these holes plugged up with the welder. We're gonna go ahead and also weld this plate in. I gotta leave the top bolts because that's where the tray, the drip tray, bolts in at, but the rest of these will be welded in, and that'll be good to go. And then after I'm done undercoating and doing all the stuff that I gotta do up under there, I might go up under there and hit it with a wire wheel. I'm gonna start disconnecting all this, and then I'll probably just hit this by hand, this little area, because I already sanded it down and I had to repaint this area when I wanted to like clean it up or whatever. So I'll just do it back by hand. I won't break out the sandblaster or nothing like that. I just wanted to kind of make light work of the situation a little bit, and it looks like it did a really good job. It's hard to tell up under there, but I'm trying to get as much undercoat off as possible, so we can get good adhesion for the new undercoat that's gonna go on there. I got some rust converter as well, some rust encapsulator, so I ain't even gotta worry about none of that. Yeah, man, we're working through this. We're gonna get everything done. And yeah, like I said, the fenders are already cleaned up, so I ain't got to worry about those. I'll still go over them by hand, clean them up by hand and everything like that. But for the most part, I think the Monte Carlo is almost ready to get undercoated. Like I said, I'll probably have to hit some spots off with the wire wheel over there, but for the most part, man, she good to go. And then I'm probably next week gonna order the paint to do the firewall. Hopefully it's the color that in my mind, I feel like it is. I'll probably order the color for the firewall, and then I'll order the bulkhead for the middle as well. Go ahead, send that off to powder coating, and then yeah, we'll start buttoning everything back up, get everything back on, running fuel lines and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, we moving along on this Monte Carlo, doing the best that we can to get this thing done. All right, grind schoolers, that's gonna be it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I know that we are taking a lot of time on this undercarriage, excuse me, trying to get everything all cleaned up, but you know what I mean, it's a lot of work. And to get the car to the level that I really want to get it to, at least halfway, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta gotta thug it out, really, you know what I mean. That's really all it is to it. But you know what I'm saying, like in the next video we should be, you know what I'm saying, on to some bigger and better things, you know what I'm saying. I should be starting to coat the frame, the inside of the frame, undercoating the car, and then once we're done with that, we're good to go. We can go ahead and spray the firewall, hopefully get the inner fenders all sprayed up in the gas tank, and then we're good, man. We can just start building on this Monte Carlo. So at least that's my goal. That's what I hope for. This undercarriage is just taking more time than obviously I had anticipated. Well, I won't even say that because if I would have had to do it with the wire wheel all the way, it would take a whole hell of a lot longer. But that sandblaster is working pretty good, man. I'm probably not going to get it all the way perfect, but I'm going to get it as good as possible, man. I'm getting all this old paint and grime and nastiness off, all this old undercoating and stuff off. I'm going to go over the frame again with some Scotch-Brite, you know what I'm saying? Because realistically, all I did on the Elcos, I just Scotch-Brited it all the way down because it was just surface rust, cleaned it up, and then I just did the rust encapsulator, and then I sprayed it, and it turned out pretty good. So, you know, I haven't had no issues with it at all. I did get some overspray when I was spraying the car, but that's pretty much it. On this Monte Carlo, though, you know what I mean? We're just taking our time, trying to get everything. I'll hit off some of the spots with some wire wheel, and then, you know what I mean, I inspect under there. Once I get it all cleaned up, I didn't want to crawl under the car when I was, you know what I'm saying, spraying the sandblaster, because I didn't want to get super wet, and I didn't want to get sand all up on me like that, you know what I'm saying. There's sand everywhere in here. So good thing I did take the cars out and did all that for preparation. I did cover up the motor and all that kind of stuff, but there's sand everywhere. I'll wait for it to dry out, and then I'll just get the compressed air and blow it out, or the blower or whatever. But anyways, man, like I said, man, we're moving along. I know it doesn't seem like it, but you know what I'm saying, I'm doing the best that I can to get everything together. But you know what I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every time I drop another video. Always remember, work hard so you can live free.